Today, everyone is speaking about sustainable development, but there cannot be sustainable development without sustainable consumption. The present trend of consumerism, where we are using excess water, electricity, natural resources, that is not sustainable. Mahatma Gandhi has said that the world has enough for man's need, but not for man's greed. This greed-based development strategy should stop. Also, one American Indian has said that we have not inherited this earth from our predecessors, we have borrowed it from our children. So we have to leave a healthy earth for our children. I made 2 points about in the area of food and nutrition. To get 1 kilogram of beef meat, you have to use 7 to 20 kilograms of food grain, depending on the quality of protein. For pork, it is lesser. For chicken, it is less than 4. So what it means is that if you develop taste for meat, and there is increased factory production of meat like in the Western world, China is going that way now, it is not sustainable. I'm not saying you should become vegetarian, but you should depend on the animals as they graze and not set up factory production, slaughter animals for meat. Another point I made is that in recent years, even millet growing areas have shifted to eating rice because rice is prestigious food, convenience food, and this highly subsidized rice schemes have, in a way, I do support subsidized food, but giving too much subsidy on rice has shifted food preference from millets, that is bajra, jawar, ragi, foxtail millet, chirudhanyalu, to rice, which requires a lot of water. In the Medak district where we are working, we find that farmers grow water guzzling crops like rice and sugarcane even when there is water scarcity using groundwater. Now this kind of strategy cannot be sustained. One has to go back to eating less water demanding food grains because they are the food grains of future. Another point that I made was, India has the highest incidence of malnutrition in the world. Almost 40-50% of preschool children are malnourished. We have the double burden. We have the burden of malnutrition and infectious diseases. At the same time, there is growing incidence of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and nutrition is the cause of both these types. So, India is the largest producer of milk in the world. It is the second largest producer of food grains and vegetables and fruits. On the one hand, what we are producing is not enough, and on the other hand, 40% of food that is produced is wasted. To prevent this, you have to have proper storage facilities, cold storage facilities. You can't dump food in open godowns and let it rot. Farmers are being hit on both the sides. If they produce more, it is the prices fall and they don't get the money. So sometimes they prefer to burn the food than pay for transportation. If they produce less, then also they don't make profit. So we have to be extremely careful not to waste food. We cannot afford to waste food, and for that we have to have food, as I said, we have to have proper storage facilities, and then we have to have food processing centers, rural food processing centers with proper facilities, marketing. Such centers have 3 advantages. One is that during time of glut, you can process the food and prevent wastage. Like in Medak district, in the villages where we work, some season tomatoes, the price falls at 1 rupee. Tomatoes are stacked away, they rot. So if you have storage facilities and if you have processing facilities, you can do value addition. Then they generate income, employment for women, and they also contribute to nutrition security. But most important thing is what we call in Telugu avagahanam. Awareness amongst, I have brought one video which I couldn't show, how despite water shortage, when the current is there, borewell water is wasted. wasted by gallons. And then people throw up their hands saying there is no water. So people have to learn to not waste these precious resources like water, food, electricity, etc.